Everyone watching The Gentleman thinks the most powerful person in the room is the Duke, the title, the estate, the 500-year bloodline. But if you watch the show closely, something strange happens. Every major decision in that empire is actually made by someone else, not the aristocrat who inherited everything, but the woman quietly running the system behind it. Susie Glass. And once you notice how she controls the operation, you start seeing the same power structure everywhere, including the real world. On paper, the hierarchy looks obvious. The Duke owns the land, the mansion, the land. But ownership and control are not the same thing. Eddie Horniman inherits centuries of status the moment his father dies, a title most people would spend their lives trying to reach. But there's a quiet detail the show slips past you. Eddie inherited the pedigree. Susie built the system, and those two things are not even close to the same. You see the difference the moment the underground operation starts getting exposed. The aristocrats panic. They worry about reputation, about appearances, about what happens if people find out. Susie reacts differently. She treats it like a logistics problem. Routes, supply, risk, costs. Because Susie doesn't see the estate as history, she sees infrastructure. And that's the real power in the story. The Duke owns the land, but Susie understands the machine behind it, the distribution network, the growers hidden across the property, the quiet agreements keeping everything running. The Duke is the landlord, Susie is the operator, and operators control systems. The interesting part is, Susie never tries to take the Duke's position. She doesn't chase the title, because operators rarely want the spotlight. Visibility creates risk. Attention creates enemies. So real operators choose something safer. Control without attention. Power without visibility. You see it in the way she walks into rooms full of people who technically outrank her. Gangsters, aristocrats, businessmen. She doesn't argue. She doesn't posture. She simply explains the situation. Because real status isn't raising your voice. Real status is walking into a $500 million mansion and calmly telling the owner how much he owes you. Not emotionally, just factually, because you understand something he doesn't. Without you, the system stops working. And that's the quiet lesson hiding inside the show. Most people chase visible power, the title, the position, the image that looks important. But the people who actually control outcomes rarely look powerful at all, because real power doesn't belong to the person with the highest status. It belongs to the person the system depends on, and the people who build those systems eventually replace the people who inherited them.